last day on the island of Santorini was very bittersweet because it was probably one of the most amazing days out of the entire trip, but it was so sad that we were also leaving that day. We first began our day going straight to the town of Ia to visit the beautiful homes again. We had been there to see the sunset on the full day tour, and we watched the sunset from the bay down here at Amudi Bay. But we were determined to try to find all the places that the girls in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants visited. So we took the off the beaten path route here and tried to find the place where Lena and her friends later in the second movie went cliff jumping. And we actually were able to find it, and we swam out to the little island and jumped off this crazy tall cliff. I think it was around 20 feet up, and you'll see the man jumping off here. And then we jumped off from the place here where the girls jumped from. Took Brandy quite a while, and I made fun of her a little bit for it, but it was really funny.
Anyway, so. We'll see how long it takes you. I'm gonna jump her right here, and I'll be just fine. And I won't be bleeding again after it. 1 minute.
That's fine, you can keep rolling.
I will. I'll edit it, don't worry. It'll look like you just went. Everybody's watching you. No biggie. There's no way to die.
I know it's fine. I know it's fine.
There's no way to die. I mean, there is a way, but not from the rock. You'll be fine. I will drop the camera here and go get you.
I was just so amazed with the water here. It's not only beautiful and crystal clear and freezing cold, but it also was so salty that it made you very buoyant, and it was very easy to swim. Here's the guy cliff jumping off of the place that we also jumped off earlier. But it was just a really, really neat place that we got to kind of find our way to, even across this little tiny bridge that is kind of scary to cross, but we had a good time. For lunch, we stopped at one of the restaurants that had a complete view all around the island. Later, we got on with our wine tour, and we stopped at 3 different amazing wineries. And this first one here, we got an in-depth tour, so enjoy.
And we have very old vineyards that are 150 years old. We are using only local varieties, indigenous varieties. Assyrtiko, it is the domain variety of this island. The 80% of the total vines of the island were grown up Assyrtiko. And also in our winery, we are using Athiri Aidani, that they are the fruity and floral varieties, Mandilaria, Mavrotragano, that they are very rare red varieties. We are not famous for red wine because the grapes, they can't be ready for big good red wines. This one is the traditional training system of Santorini. We are making our plants as a basket. You can say that we don't have our vines up on trellises. We want them as low as possible to the ground to protect the plants from the sun and the wind. So we have to protect them and to be close to the soil. They cannot be infected from bacteria because it is a dead soil. Okay, so we are starting to create this training system at the age of 5-6 years old. We are taking the 3 biggest shoots after the growing season and we twist them, we wrap them around, and we're creating a ring. Every year a new ring. So after a lot of years we have a big basket. Most of the grapes are in the basket, covered by the leaves, so they are protected from the sun and the wind. It is a protection training system and it is traditional. You can find it only in Santorini. You can find it anywhere else. And our harvest season is during August. We have already started and ends our harvest season. So now we are making the new wines. Come with me to go to the production area to see and say a few things. First, the bag is full right now and the alcoholic fermentation has already started. The grapes has a lot of sugar, so we want to convert the sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide by a yeast, by a fungi. This process lasts about 25 days. After that, we are going to leave.
After leaving the first place, we went on to Mykonos, the city that or the very small village actually that we went to previously, and we got to go to the oldest winery in Santorini, which was really, really cool also. We got a tasting and some little snack things there. This couple was the only other people on the trip with us, and later we found out at the end of our trip and after hunting down all the places from the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants that they actually were staying at a bed and breakfast in Lena's house, and that was the only place that we actually were not able to find. So we were just jumping for joy and completely amazed that that actually came together so perfectly. It was like it was meant to be. This last winery here that we visited was just so beautiful and breathtaking. I was so glad that this was the location of our last sunset in Santorini because it was so worth it. The view and just everything about this location was just so amazing and jaw-dropping. I definitely recommend anybody to go to this winery, especially at sunset, just for the views itself. The perfect ending to the perfect day was that this couple actually let us come to their bed and breakfast and check it out, and this just turned into the most amazing trip ever, and we're so glad that we decided to do it. Join us for our next video in Mykonos. See you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.